Hey YouTube, doing a video here on, actually this is a video on Briggs and Stratton. Recently there was some news over the last couple of months about the company that they weren't doing very well financially, and you know, um, yeah, I've been following it, and just in general, small engine repairs and things like that, like where things are going in the future, and kind of actually got me thinking about things in the past, in a sense, because this is a Briggs quantum motor, and originally, I wasn't really working on engines and stuff like that. I had my own engine, which was this one here, which was a Toro here with the Tecumseh motor, and uh, just ended up having some problems with it, and looked on YouTube, and ended up needing a carb clean, and kind of led from there. But this is a Tecumseh motor, and then also I picked up a snowblower, which also had a Tecumseh, which I'll show you. And that's this one. This is the Tecumseh Snow King engine. This one here, I picked it up used, had a problem with it stalling out. There'd be fuel in the tank and everything, and it'd stall out. It ended up being that the float was sticking. And also the idle jet needed to be cleaned. It never really idled properly. So I got that done. So basically, both Tecumseh motors. Tecumseh really sold all the mowers on snowblowers at that time, and this was around 2008. The company, sometime before that, 2005 or something like, or no, trying to go by memory, maybe about 2007, they moved production to save money down to Brazil, and they only lasted a little while, and then the company went out of business. So when that happened, I thought that was a big boom for Briggs and Stratton, because now all these snowmobile manufacturers needed engines, which they could have provided, and then on the mowers that were using Tecumsehs, now there'd be a good opportunity. So I thought, hey, you went from two companies in the U.S. down to one. The other company could just, take over. And here we are now, 2020, and the company, is going out of business because, what was the reason? Well, there was other manufacturers, I guess, that came out, and, from China or wherever, making cheap mowers, Honda clones and stuff like that. At one time, if you got any kind of basic push mower at, True Value or Ace or Kmart or something like that, came with a Briggs Quantum. And not this is the Quantum. It come with the Quattro with the little tank mounted carb instead of this carb. And those things, I mean, they run forever. Even now, if I find them, just a carb diaphragm, and if it's running, it's running. It's they could be blown up or something. Usually bent shafts and stuff like that. But these type quantum motors, they ran really well, and still, even this one, is from the 90s, and it still runs. So if I find one of these mowers, I got no problem working on them. Even if I find one of those Tecumsehs, I got no problem working on it. A newer Briggs, well, that's a different story. Other than a carb clean, something like that, I really don't like to work on them. And other guys that do YouTube videos, I've seen them working on them, and they usually make a comment like, I don't really like this engine, I don't really like working on it. So, what have they, it's kind of a commentary just on Briggs. I mean, what have they done? I mean, they come out with this, the one video I talked about, just check and add, and they had another one, Smart Stow, where you could kind of flip the mower up. If you're trying to sell a mower, in my opinion, to a homeowner that doesn't want to do maintenance, and wants to save space, that's somebody that should buy a battery mower. You know, they can hang on the wall and not have to do anything with it. So, um, you know, if that's the way things are going, you know, that could be something that's, you know, hurting them. But mainly, I think it's, you know, other manufacturers and you know, the knockoff Chinese engines and stuff like that. So, um, you know, these are really nice engines. Maybe that was their heyday. I don't know. But sad to see, you know, like I said, especially after Tecumseh went out of business, you know, they really had a good opportunity here to, you know, take over everything. And I guess other competitors just came in and, you know, and then consumers wanted to buy things that were cheaper. So unfortunately, you know, that's kind of where we're at. Hopefully they'll continue to exist somehow, some way, and they'll still be around. All right, well, that's just my comments. If you got any comments on, you know, the situation with them, you know, leave them in the comment section. I'd be interested to hear them. Okay, thanks.